Can you see this number I'm calling you at? 9783 7782. Hello? Okay, can you WhatsApp me a video of the snake? I remember the first time I drove the rescue van. So we drove straight to Pandan, and there was a python. It had gone into a metal pipe that was used for construction. So we had to push that python out. So that was my first experience with a wild python. And that was the first time I realized, oh crap, there's snakes all around. I did not take the lead in handling the animal because at that point I'm not trained yet. So I don't think I was fearful or anything, but it was just intriguing that first call and we have a python to handle. So this should be a Malayan ratio. It's not a very common snake, but they mostly eat rats, so they are not venomous. So you see the belly? Yeah, he has eaten a rat. Not very common in residential areas, but because Bukit Panjang is so near to the nature reserves, so we can find them. Singapore is in a situation where, yes, we want to move to a city in nature concept, but the ultimate question is whether the people are ready for it, or does nature just mean butterflies and songbirds to people?
What poison they use?
Oh, this poison is specifically for birds. They specifically target groups of pigeons. Whatever it is, it's mixed in with the bread, so we need more people to speak up.
Okay, can.
Yes, pigeons are not protected, but in the process we have actually rescued many birds that are protected species. People are so focused on all the rare and endangered animals, whereas then society is not compassionate enough. Birds that are less liked can just be poisoned in this manner, but in the process actually you're affecting a lot of other wildlife. I think I learned very young that every animal has its eccentric value. There's a reason why it's here. When I was 5 or 6, I accidentally cycled over a cockroach and the cockroach died. So I actually felt so sad, I actually buried the cockroach and did a prayer. So when I tell the story to people, it's like, what's wrong with you? It's just a cockroach. But somehow I felt like, no, I killed the animals. I think that was the building blocks of what caused me to do this style of work.
Kale's life has become very similar to my father's. He's always in the hot sun. He's always like moving. When you say animal rescuer, it's not such an atas job. You know, he's not going to be wearing a tie and a briefcase, that kind of thing. Parents would have wanted their children to do something like visual engineering. My parents may not realize, but might have disappointed them.
You want Coca-Cola? You wanna? Okay. Chocolate? Okay, I'll give you next year.
Okay, thank you.
I remember the first time my face appeared in a small article on the Straits Times. So when my parents saw my face in the paper, they were like a bit happy, I guess, or a bit excited. But they were still worried because I'm holding a python, a 3-meter python in the photo. But I was still getting a lot of negative comments from people that I know. That, oh, you're still working in that place. How are you able to support your family and all that? I didn't let it slide. I did take it into consideration because I always know that I'm doing something that I like, that I love, but I will have to be able to pay for bills and pay for the care of my parents and all that. I didn't want to rush it. I was just slowly working my way through it. There. Hey. So this building we are in right now is our bird block. It's where all the baby birds are cared for, or birds that are needing rehabilitation. So currently we have orioles, we have bulbuls, we have sunbirds, we have probably a common iora, lots of pigeons and crows and coels and miners, and we also have one lesser whistling duck as well. It's not just about the native animals that we hand raise. We have more than 120 animals from the exotic trade, a lot of which are actually endangered or even critically endangered. These were animals that were obviously smuggled into Singapore. People surrendered them to us or abandoned them in public areas. I understood early on that, we are rescuing animals. Some are injured, some are already in bad shape. It's very unrealistic to think that we'll be able to save all of them. But it did badly affect me when we come across cases where someone had abused an animal. But over the years, I've seen so many of these cases, have become so used to it. Yeah, if you stay calm and then you explain to the person, they may not accept it, but at least you tried.
Every work has positive and negative. He doesn't bring the problems in. He sees the bigger picture and he sees for the long run. And it's not like he doesn't have other problems, family problems, personal problems. He's able to go on. How he is at work is how he is at home. He takes care of the family, everything. And that is the measure of a man's character, I think. He's not a boy anymore.
So I'll get Leva out first. Huh?
Okay. Were you here when Leva came?
No.
When she first came, I think she was only like this big. We don't expect everyone to love animals. And we don't expect everyone to love all animals. Every single animal that is of conservation value today, chances are at one point they were fine. But for many species, it's human actions that has caused this decline. Yes, we have made some improvements where more and more people are tolerant of animals. Now they realize that, actually because all the forests are being so fragmented or cleared, so these animals have nowhere else to go and they're popping out in urban areas. They could be crossing fragmented forested areas looking for new troop, and then they get stuck in a residential area, and then someone starts feeding and then they stay there. Every day we do lives and we work with our counterparts at Mandai Wildlife. They help us care for the animals, and sometimes they don't have the capacity. They pass us animals to hand raise or care for also. So there's a lot more collaborative efforts on the ground. People realize that we are serious about the work that we do and we are able to contribute effectively. When you bring a thumb near, it will open. Maybe you feel like you're passionate about a certain cause. Maybe you want to save animals, maybe you want to save people, maybe you want to save leftover food that gets thrown away. I think it's very important to follow these things you feel passionate about and really go all out for it. The moment you want to do something unconventional, it will definitely become a lot harder. But what is important is that you know why you're doing it and you're going to fight for it.